This is all I see. Going live. It doesn't even work. Oh, it worked. You're live. Oh my God. Welcome. Now, how do I reverse this thing? So crazy. So much happening. Is it going to stay? I hope so. Oh my God. Sometimes this is confusing. Oh, how do I do this? How is that? That works. Holy cow. It's a contraption. Hello. Welcome. Oh, I'm pressing all kinds of buttons. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. So I am officially in a different country now. I am in a room in Albania. I am in southern Albania, although I won't tell you exactly which city or town I'm in. It's a small village in the southern area of Albania. Mountains are everywhere. It's so beautiful around me. Yeah, it has been one interesting journey to get from India to Albania. Hello. So I have, I'll show you. I have YouTube going here, and then I have Instagram over here. How do I do this? I don't know. So like normal, I have nothing planned, literally nothing. Basically, I just want to let you know that I'm still alive. Oh, I didn't reverse this. Okay, I'm still alive. So upcoming. So I have a couple videos coming up. The next video will release like in 2 days, probably a day and a half. And it will be about, it'll be the last video of me, I think the last video of me in India. Last video of me in India. And then after that, I will have a story. Today I've been editing all day, a story about me getting from India to Albania. It was a very difficult process. Oh my God, so many hurdles to jump over, so much stress, so many things to worry about. It was just so complicated. I am so happy to be here. But there has been a bit of a nightmare behind the scenes, which is why I haven't been super active on social media. While I was in the airport in Albania, I fell asleep on a bench for like an hour and a half, maybe. Just because I hadn't slept in so long and I was waiting for the buses to come. Well, apparently someone decided to go into my bag and steal my folder, which contained cash. It contained all of my sensitive information, copies of my passport, addresses, you name it, it was in there, and 2 credit cards. So he went on a shopping spree, and that's been fun for him. So he got stuff at the pharmacy. He got, using both cards, stuff at the pharmacy. He filled up his gas tank. He bought snacks, and he decided to buy 3 airplane tickets. So that's fun. So I had to submit all of this to the fraud department of my credit card company. It's been a lot of fun on the phone. So yeah, that's been happening. What else? I stayed in a hostel in the city for like 3 nights, and then I rented this room. Oh, and then after the story of me, I would be posting that story to you, but YouTube, it'll be a very long video. It'll be like 25 minutes of me just talking. It won't be very exciting. It's just going to kind of shed the light on how difficult it was to get here. And then the other half, or give me 1 second. Let me turn on a light. This one? Oh, wait, my tea. I hear my water boiling. Give me 1 second. So what was the other half? I will be posting a video after that. It'll give you a room tour. I'm going to show you what it looks like here in my room. So I'm not going to give you a tour on the live stream. You have to watch that video. I'll kind of share a little bit more details of where I'm at, kind of what I'm paying and what it looks like here. Basically, I'm in an apartment complex in southern Albania. Yeah. So what I like about it so far is the people are pretty friendly. Everybody I've talked to, although it is not Southeast Asia where I look very different and everyone comes up to talk to me because I am a foreigner and I am different. In Albania, I look like everyone else. So everybody just thinks I'm a local person. When I go to buy things, people just automatically start speaking to me in Albanian or Italian. Apparently some people speak Italian. I don't know why, but they automatically start speaking and I'm like, sorry, only English. And then some of them respond like, oh, no problem. And then they can speak perfect English. Like, it's amazing. Even in the city, it's just like, wow, your English is so good. Even like very, very minimal accent. But then the majority of people, they're like, sorry, no English. And then they try to communicate, but I don't understand. But obviously it's either A, body language, or B, I use Google Translate. So it's not a problem, but it's pretty fun. So anyway, it's been kind of difficult to communicate to people here because I wouldn't say communicate, to meet people, new people, because I look so similar and everybody just assumes that I am a local, I guess. So it's definitely not Asia, but soon. So I haven't even ventured out, honestly. I went from my room in the city, I came here, and this is chamomile tea, by the way. And then I came here and I've literally been inside. The only time I've walked outside was to eat lunch or dinner and breakfast once. Everything else, I just go to the grocery store, buy stuff, and just prepare it here. Yep. So basically, I have not even explored anywhere. The only form of exploration I've had was my bus, with 3-hour bus ride from the city to here. And it was amazing. Like, looking out my window was awesome. Basically, mountains are everywhere, hills are everywhere, green fields are everywhere, lakes are everywhere. It's just amazing. The view has been pretty cool. Even as someone says on YouTube, even as an Indian, it feels good that you were able to leave after being stuck for 2 years, almost 2 years, about a year and a half. Yeah, thank you. It does. It feels, and I just dropped my, oh, that's wonderful. That's great. I dropped this inside the tea. Ooh. Damn, give me another second. I dropped the steeper, I don't even know what this is, the handle, into the tea, and now it's all over my table. Yeah, so what was I saying? I don't know. I'm all over the place. I don't have a schedule, a format to follow. Yeah. But yes, it does feel amazing to be out. It feels amazing to be free. I'm not forced to wear a mask, and I'm not forced to stay inside. I'm not forced to do all of these crazy things that I was forced to do in India, and they forced it in other countries. So I feel very happy that I am here, and I'm not, I don't know, I'm free. I'm finally free again. And the internet is wonderful. Internet is so fast when it works. I would say there's been a couple times where it just like disappears, it stops. It's really weird. Like, the internet that I'm using on my computer from the router, that internet is unbelievably fast. It's about 40 megs per second. And then that's download. Upload is 149. Really, it's kind of backwards, but super fast. The majority of the time, it's a little bit slower than that, but it's still super, super fast. And then sometimes the internet just like disappears. And it disappears here as well as on my phone. When I try to say, oh, no problem, I have internet on my SIM card, which is easy to get in this country, by the way, that's gone also. It's like the country shuts down the internet. It's the weirdest thing. So that's a thing. Power has gone out a couple of times. Once, I think the longest was maybe 15 minutes, and another one was a couple times it was like 1 minute. So it does happen, but generally it's amazing here. How long are you planning? Okay, you guys are asking questions. Oh my God, I have like 2 screens I have to look at. Did I skip any? No, I didn't. Where are you? Happy to see that you're not in India anymore. Thank you, thank you. Yes, me too. For how long are you planning on staying there? I guess in my mind right now, 6 months. For sure, minimum 6 months, possibly longer if I fall in love. I don't know if I will fall in love because I haven't really explored anywhere yet. So, but so far the views are amazing. Everything is easy to get around and do. It's westernized, I guess. I wouldn't say westernized. It's civilized, more organized. So things are just easier, very similar to how I grew up in the United States. I mean, there's obviously some differences, but so it's easier. So minimum 6 months. If I like it, I'll stay more, I guess. I don't know. Try any local foods yet? Yes, I haven't filmed anything. Literally nothing has been filmed. Although someone sent me a document that shows local foods here, and I'm guessing I'll try to go film it. It's really weird. Here, it's so civilized and organized that it's going to be awkward for me to start filming and vlogging. Like Southeast Asia is just you pop out a camera and go, everything's cool. But here, I don't know. It's going to be similar to filming in the United States. It's so weird. So when I throw a camera on myself and just start talking to the camera, walking around in any country, it's not intimidating. It's not awkward. It's just whatever. It's normal. But when I go to the United States and do the same thing in the United States, it's awkward. It's like, okay, everything I say, people next to me will fully understand what I'm saying. If I make a mistake while I'm speaking, they will fully see that. They'll totally understand. But when I'm in another country, nobody around me really speaks English generally. So therefore, I don't know. It's easier. But here, I just about spilled my tea on my laptop. I should probably move that. But here it's I don't know. It's weird. It'll be a little bit awkward because it's so organized here. I don't know how to describe it, but it'll be different here. But I haven't filmed anything. Do people understand English in Albania? Yeah, I'm quite surprised how many people have spoken English or can speak some words. In the city, I learned from speaking to people who have been here a long time as foreigners, and they said, yeah, in the city, basically, so in the country, he said, it's mandatory in this country to learn English in school. And basically anyone who is 30 years old or younger is being pushed to learn English. I spoke to a local person who was probably 22 years old, 24 years old. And she said that she started learning at age 12. So that's like 6th or 7th grade that they start pushing English. But she says now the kids today are learning by age 3, age 4, the very like kindergarten, preschool. They start pushing it that early. So they said, so you will find many kids who are young and they can speak. Walking through the park, I was looking for like a restaurant, walking to the park. I love the parks here. Even in this country, they use the parks in the afternoon, in the evening, even on the weekends. Oh my God, it's just full of people. And if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see I made a post that out of, I don't know, 150, 200 people just in a small little area, I only seen one person who was using a phone, just one person. Everyone else is talking to other human beings, playing with other human beings. It was just amazing. So I love that. No more phones. It's great. So anyway, I was walking through there and, children are playing, running around, and I was listening because they're all speaking Albanian, their local language. And every once in a while, you'll hear one of the younger kids, maybe 10 and younger, they will say a phrase in English, but they have no idea that they're not saying it because they think I speak English and I'm nearby. It's just like it comes out. They'll use an English expression like, oh my God, or they'll say something like, come over here, or I'm going over there, just randomly. So it's like, blah, 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 I'm going over there, blah, blah, blah. Like, what the hell? So I don't know why. So I'm guessing the fact that they use these words tells me that their friends of the same age understood them. So I'm guessing the younger generation can speak more. I don't know. These are just my observations of walking outside for an hour. Yeah. What's your opinion on, okay, wait. The screen moves so quickly. What's your opinion about product price, cheap or expensive? Things are, compared to the United States, it's super cheap here. Compared to Southeast Asia, I would say prices are a little bit more expensive than most of Southeast Asia. Comparable to it's very comparable to probably, oh my God, what country is that? Thailand. Thailand is kind of growing. I would say it's comparable to that in terms of price. Right now, comparing everything to India, I am currently paying, everything I've seen is generally 3 to 5 times higher price. Most things are about 5 times higher priced than what I found in India. But some things, depending on the product, are similar or up to, about 3 times. So that gives you an idea. So right now, everything that I'm spending per month is 5 times higher than what I spent in India. So that gives you an idea. Let me come over here. Foods, no more India. No, I will post one more Indian video, and then everything will start to be about Albania. Greetings, staying in Albania for a while? Yes, about 6 months minimum. Hello, cheers. Any chance you make a video about the visa process in India and how to stay there for 1 year? No, I won't kind of do tutorial videos, but yeah, it's dependent. Every country that you go to is different because every country has different rules and regulations and prices and lengths, and it's different for every passport holder. So I'm from the United States, so if I want to go to India, for example, for Americans, we have specific pricing and specific lengths. But if you're from Indonesia, for example, random, and want to go to India, the amount of time that you will get on your visa is probably going to be much less than an American. So the time difference, and there's going to be a price difference as well. So yeah, everything is different, and I would not even be able to answer your question. But if you're an American, yes, you can get a visa for up to 10 years. I have a 10-year visa. Yeah, but every country will be different. I mean, in some countries, they won't allow you to go. In some countries, you only get a 30-day visa. So every country is completely different, and all the regulations are totally different. Hi, they're experiencing something new. You're excited, bro. Yes, I'm very, very excited to be here. Very happy to be here. When did you leave India? I left the 28th on Friday morning at 1 a.m., something like that. Any clues about your lost mobile? Oh God, that's been so long ago. No, nope, gone forever. Oh, that's awesome. Lucky, I'm an American. Okay, yeah, so if you're an American in India, if you want to get a 6-month visa, it will cost you like $135. If you want to get a 10-year visa, it will cost you $165. The difference is like $30, something, if I did the math right, probably not. The difference is nothing, so you might as well just get a 10-year visa. Yeah, yep. What's your opinion about regular product prices? Cheap, expensive? Was my question, dear friend. I don't know. Regular products like buying a couch or something. I don't know what you mean. You have to give me specifics, but I don't know. The only thing I've bought here has been like a hotel room, a bus ticket, and food. I bought nothing else. Nope. That's been the only thing I've bought. So I don't know. Yeah, I will say that from what I've learned, they are one of the least developed countries within this part of the world. Like, I don't know if this qualifies as Europe, the European Union or not. I think it's outside the Union. So I don't know if this is still qualified as Europe, but to me, it's Europe. So it's one of the least developed countries. From what I understand, it is the second, they have the second least income per capita, something like that. I think I read that right a couple of days ago. So anyway, buying things online is almost non-existent here, and finding high-quality electronics is a bit difficult as well. I went all over the city, the capital, Tirana, to find certain things, but nobody had it. Everyone's like, what the hell is that? Or no, we don't have that thing. So unfortunately, but I did see like an Apple shop. I did see a camera shop that had some used nice cameras and a couple new ones as well, but none of the equipment that I was looking for. But when you go on Google, there's only like 2 of them in the whole city. There's not a lot. But you can find mobile shops everywhere. Like if you want to buy a phone, if you want to buy cables, they're everywhere. But special electronics is a bit difficult to find. Have you been to Greece? No, I have not. To be honest, I was not planning to come to this part of the world for a very long time. So I wanted to finish Asia and really hit Asia deep, deep, deep. But I had to come here because of visa problems in India. So visa extension problems, I should say. It was really complicated. So that's why I'm here. This was one of 5 countries that were open without restrictions. So I just came. Yeah. So had this whole COVID thing not happened, I would have never came here. But it's a cool place. I mean, so far it's beautiful. I enjoy it. Are you going alone to all places? Yep, I travel alone always. Tamil Nadu, welcome. Is it better than India so far? I don't know. Describe better. What do you mean by better? Yeah, I mean, better food, better transportation, better friendly people, better quality clothing. I don't know what you mean. So better is a very vague term, but I enjoy it here. I enjoy the organization. They are so much more organized here than in India on every aspect, as far as I can see. And the food, I'm really enjoying the food. The food is closer to American food. Yeah, I can eat things that are not rice and spices, just rice breakfast, rice for lunch, rice for dinner, or rice-based something. So I'm so happy with being done with that and eating real food like a sandwich and cereal and I don't know, like things. I'm very happy to be here, and food is different. I love Indian food, but man, it got very old. I'm very happy to have something new. What are the top 3 things you especially appreciate about now being in Albania? Different food, that is a big one. Internet, because when I was in India, because I'm a foreigner, they refused to give me internet. The only way you can get it is if you go to a 4 or 5-star hotel. And being there for a year and a half, I certainly cannot stay in a 4 or 5-star hotel for a year and a half. Nope. So internet here is just provided with the room, and it's simple. Everywhere I go, every restaurant that I go to, they provide internet, and it's so fast, such fast internet. And you never even have to ask for the password. You can just guess it. It's usually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Enter. Then you're in. Or it will be the name of the restaurant. So if you're at like McDonald's, you just type in McDonald's, and that's the path you just get. You never even have to ask. You just type it in and hit enter as a guess, and you're like, it went through. And if it doesn't go through, you just type in 1 through 8, enter, and it'll probably go through. So everyone just gives you internet, and it's amazing. Like that's how it should be. It was the same in Vietnam. So food, internet, and organization. Everything is organized. Like if you have a question and you ask someone and they say, do this thing, you can just feel confident that that thing will happen and that thing will be there because it's organized and put together. But that was not the case in India at all. So I love India again, but there are some things that need some serious improvement. And I feel that Albania has that those things. And so I'm very happy that I'm here because those things got old after a while. Where are you going after Albania? I have no idea. I just arrived here in Albania. I have no idea. I don't even want to think about leaving. I'll be here for at least 6 months, at least. So, yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. It depends on what countries are open. It depends on, yeah, that's the biggest factor. Which countries are open? Being that I'm super close here in the European area, who knows? Maybe I'll get excited and start traveling in Europe a bit. I'm not sure. I just don't know. Yeah, it's a mystery. Yeah. You got a visa for 6 months straight or renew them? No, in this country, Americans, we're lucky. So this is not normal, but I got a 1-year visa automatically. Just coming here as an American, it's free. You just come and here's a 1-year visa. In fact, they don't even give you a stamp. They just put it on the computer and then you can be here for a year. So that's the coolest thing ever in any country that I've ever visited. A free 1-year visa. That's insane. Yeah. So normally, that's not possible. Many countries I've been to are only 30 days, and we will pay anywhere between 2 to 15 times higher price than other. I mean, sometimes even more than 15 times, 25 times higher price than other countries, just because we're an American. So some countries, yeah, we have great connections, I guess you could say. In other countries, man, we get raped because it's such high pricing. Yeah. No volume. Oh my God. I don't know what to say. No idea. Maybe it'll come back. Hopefully you guys can hear me over here. Don't you miss home at all? No, not even a minute. I not even a little bit. I miss people. Yeah. But luckily, because of social media, I can just type in their name or browse Facebook and see friends and family. So that's nice. So because of social media, I don't miss the United States. However, if social media didn't exist, then yeah, I would definitely miss the people. Not so much the country. I don't miss the United States, no, but I do miss the people. Yeah. But I don't miss them as much as I would if there wasn't social media. Social media just, I'm like, what are they doing? Oh, cool, they did this month, or they're doing this, or they had a baby, or they had 3, or whatever. So it's cool to follow that. Social media makes it easier. But yeah, I definitely don't miss the country. The country to me is very boring. I like other places that I don't understand. It's more interesting. India should be divided like Yugoslavia, small country, it would work better, function better. Yeah, probably. Yeah, I don't know how to answer your question. That would be a long conversation. But yeah, I mean, if you chopped it in half, north and south, a lot of your culture would somehow, I don't know, I think a lot of tension would disappear. Everybody would get along a little bit better. But regardless of that, you still have infrastructure problems like, oh my God, the list goes on. There's a lot that your country needs to improve upon. And it all starts with education. Your educational system is very broken. And because of that, many things just never get fixed, and it'll be generation problems because, I don't know. But education is changing. In the last 20 years, there's been huge pushes, probably even in the last 10 years, there've been huge pushes to educate more people in your country, really, really go around villages even and just draw people in to say, get educated. Yeah, but the problem is a lot of the education that they are giving is subpar, if you understand that. Just, I don't know, there's a lot of problems in my opinion. But I still love India. I love traveling. Yeah, 1-year visa, it's long, I know. Hello from Bangladesh, love your videos. Thank you. Bangladesh, I wanna go back so bad, but again, the whole world is shut down, so unfortunately, I don't know when I will be able to go back, but I would love to go back. The last time I went, I let the local people dictate every place that I went. So I literally chose 0 places to visit in Bangladesh. All of the local people sent me messages and said, hey, come to my village. Hey, come to my town. I said, okay. And I just met people. That's what I did. So if I return to Bangladesh, I probably won't do that as much. I will kind of do my own thing and explore a little bit on my own, just because I'm crazy. Good to see you excited, India, and are safer now in Albania. Yeah, I mean, I was safe in India generally, except the man with the butcher knife. That was crazy. But generally, yeah, I feel safe here. I actually feel the feeling in India, I feel safer than the feeling of being in Albania, even though statistically maybe it's safer here. I have no idea. But yeah, I got used to Indian body language and I kind of knew what everything was. But here in Albania, the body language is a little bit different. it's closer to the USA body language, but everyone to me here is dressed and feels like, when I observe them, I would say men, they feel like the stereotypical like Italian mobster, like really. Everyone is dressed like, I don't know how to describe it. I don't know how to describe it. If you can, in your mind, picture an Italian mobster, if you can even picture that from movies, that is basically how every man is dressed here in Albania. Yeah, so it's like, ooh, I don't know. It's just weird. Like, what are your intentions? I don't know how to describe it. Like if, I don't know. There's so many people who are listening to me right now who are from different countries. So if I just give you one example, 98% of people won't understand. So I don't know. But you see movies and you see how people are how people behave and how they look in certain movies, and you see this your whole life. And then when you see that in person, you're just like, oh, these people are bad because I've seen this my whole life. But then obviously they're not. So my brain right now has been fighting this, like I don't know, they're all dressed like mobsters here, and their body language is, I don't know, it's just a little different. I don't know. So far, when I go walking, I'm not carrying a camera. I'm just walking. I can see people like do this. They're sitting at the table with their friends, and everyone just kind of stares at me as I walk by, and I'm like, I know they have no idea that I'm from another country. They can't see that. My clothing is the same generally, and I look the same as them. Nothing is different. But when I stop and observe them from a distance, they will do the same thing to whoever kind of walks past. And so it's kind of like, I don't know, it's really weird. So I'm trying to get over that. But I don't know, body language is different, but I feel safe here. Come to Australia too. Yeah, that's probably the last country on my list out of 195. Australia just doesn't interest me. I feel like the culture is going to be so close to the United States, I'm guessing, that it'll just be kind of boring to me. So no, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. And I feel like, yeah, from what I've learned, you do have like tribal people or people who live out in the villages or countryside, I think I've heard. But my guess is that those places are visited by local people so much that it wouldn't be very abnormal for another person to visit it. So I don't know. It just doesn't, I don't know. It doesn't interest me yet. Someone really has to convince me to go to Australia, I guess. Although it is beautiful. I've seen photos and videos. It does look beautiful. That's the only thing you have going. I just like culture. Good to see you're excited in India. I read that. Your video and volume is perfect. Wonderful. Good. How are American treated in Albania? How are Americans treated in Albania? Good. From what I understand, I've talked to a couple foreigners who have lived here for a while, like a couple of years, and they said generally Americans are treated with very high level of respect because it was explained to me in different ways. And one of them was apparently during, I don't know, like 30 or 40 years ago, something like that, there were problems, and the American government stepped in and did something, and it was because of that president in the United States that allowed Albania to become a country, something weird like that. Like if the United States had not stepped in or did something, then Albania would not even be a country. It would be mixed with a totally different country right now. So they are very, I guess, appreciative of the American government, because without the American government, Albania would not exist today. Yeah, they would not have their own Albanian identity, something like that. So I guess they like Americans, and they allow us to have a 1-year visa for free. So I guess that says something. But I don't know. I haven't really experienced this yet. I haven't talked to many local people about this topic yet. I don't know. I don't know why. Would you like to learn other languages? I would like to know other languages. Yes. Would I like to learn them? Learning takes a lot of time, effort, and energy, and often money. So not so much. The learning process is really boring. I spent a lot of time studying Hindi, which is the language of northern India. So I can speak a little bit of Hindi and understand a bit. But and Vietnamese, when I was in Vietnam, I learned a bit of Vietnamese. I could hold a small conversation I wouldn't say a conversation. I could communicate my point and understand what people were telling me. So I love the idea of being able to speak another language, but spending the time to do it that's another story. It is Albania, home of the mafia. What do you expect? I have apparently, from what I've heard from other people, is that the whole mafia and crime thing here is blown out of proportion. This country is, from when I talk to local people, they say, no, it's really safe. It's a safe country. Even if you go to the city, if you go to the countryside, it doesn't matter. It's generally a very safe country. But the media, due to the past, I guess, everyone holds on to this old concept about Albania that is very dangerous and blah, blah, blah. But apparently it's safe. So I don't know. I'll find out. So far, everywhere that I've gone, it feels pretty safe. Women are walking everywhere in the day and the night. Children are playing everywhere. I mean, if you generally see kids out wandering alone and playing with their families in a park and on the streets, generally it's pretty safe, I guess. If everybody was hiding in their houses and didn't want to come outside, then that'd be a different story. But so far, feels safe. Sounds like Kosovo. I've heard of this place. It's nearby, but I don't know much about. Honestly, I don't know much about Europe. Europe is like a new zone for me. I don't know anything about it. Like GTA scene, Grand Theft Auto. That's the only GTA I know of. I don't know. Hi, hello, welcome. Were the flights out of India into Albania much more expensive than normal times? No, I would say it was normal. I think, about normal. I would say it's about normal. I paid just under $500 to go from India to Albania, and that was 3 separate flights. It was probably more expensive, a little bit more expensive than normal, because I had to get on 3 separate planes. And it was 3 separate planes because there wasn't enough people to go from India to Albania in one direct flight, or even 2. So there had to be 3. During normal times, if there was not a pandemic and everything, my guess is I could get a direct flight or even 2 flights to get there, and that would make the ticket less. That's my guess. So maybe just a little bit more expensive than normal. Knowing every language in the world or having money to finance your whole travel for a lifetime, which one would you choose? Oh my God, are you playing this game? What is that called? This or that, there's a name for this game. I don't know. But anyway, would you rather? Would you rather this? Would you rather that? That's a really tough question. Give me a second. Knowing every language oh my God. So would I rather know every language in the world? Just like snap my fingers and it's all inside, or having money to finance your whole travel for a lifetime? That is a tough one. Give me a second. I'll logically. Give me a second. I have to think about this. Hello. Because if I had all the money, then I would have free time. I would have free time to study a specific language that I wanted. And I could stay in super nice places or ghetto places. I could go here, go there for any length of time, no problem. Money would I buy everything. But the main reason that I travel is for culture. So basically, if I were able to speak every language, I would just be able to dive into the culture on such a deeper level. That's the answer. It's culture. So know every language in the world. Money is not everything. Because even if I had every language in the world in my head, I would be so valuable. Like, I would be able to earn an income that is huge just by being able to translate something from here to there. I don't know. I would be able to benefit from having so many languages in my head. So definitely money. Money would be great, but it's not everything. So I would definitely choose all the languages. That would be the most epic experience ever. Being able to speak to anyone, anywhere. Yeah, that one. That's my choice. Thinking about visiting Bangladesh anytime soon? I'm thinking about visiting Bangladesh, yes. Anytime soon? No. Let me take that back. It depends on what country opens. It depends on what country opens. That's what it depends upon. Yeah, like for example, in 6 months from now, and I'm getting ready to possibly leave, and everything is still locked down except Bangladesh is open. Yeah, looks like I'm going to Bangladesh, something like that. But yeah, it depends. It depends on what country opens. That's the biggest factor right now. Deepak. Only if you could travel, you could use your, I just lost this. Only if you could travel, you could use your language knowledge. Yeah, so money isn't first, definitely. I would, oh my God, I could not imagine how much fun that would be. Just basically being able to talk to any single person anywhere that I go fluently. That would just be the coolest thing ever. I can't imagine something cooler than that. Fully understanding everyone, everywhere. Yeah, oh my God. The YouTube content that I would be able to bring would be just on another level. On another level. Yeah, so language for sure. How are you? I'm good. I'm thirsty. I want more tea, but I don't have hot water right now. Good. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm good. I'm happy now that I'm here. I feel a room tour. Oh, hey, your walls are white. Yes, room tour. No. I will film the room tour. I haven't filmed it yet, but I will film it in the next day or two and then post it. But first, you must see YouTube. I'll have my final, I think it'll be my final video in India. Then after that, it will be the video that describes my journey from India to Albania, which is one hell of a journey. You definitely need to watch that. And then it'll be the room tour. And then after the room tour, I have no idea. I have no content prepared. I guess I have to go out and start exploring. Yeah. So as of right now, I don't know where to go, what to do. Yeah. Hello, hello. Did you ever consider learning meditation while in India? No. No, it doesn't really interest me. No. Whoa, there are benefits, I'm sure, but it's not even something that interests me, not even like a little bit. So, no, to be frank. Look forward to the journey video. Yeah, the journey video is going to be kind of boring, actually. It's going to be me complaining a lot, really. It's already filmed. I'm editing it right now. I did yesterday and today. It's just basically describing how difficult it was. Yeah, how many hurdles I had to jump over, how many legal documents I had to plow through, how many problems I encountered from there to here. It's just crazy. You just can't even believe it. You can't imagine this many negative things could happen in one small little journey, but it did. So I needed to write this huge note front and back, and then filled up my phone, this huge thing to take notes. And then I put it all into video. So yeah, it won't be the most interesting video, but it will be deep. Your blood will start to boil. You'll get frustrated just listening to this video. Totally. Yeah. Why meditation while traveling gives you peace of mind? Yeah, but I already have peace of mind. Like, yeah, I don't know. Like, if I was stressed, then I would look into meditation, but I'm not really stressed. I'm 99% calm, peaceful, happy. Yeah. So what will meditation do? The only thing for me that it will do is just take more time out of my day. Why? When I could do other things that are more fun. So for some people, meditation is wonderful and great and whatever, but for me, it just doesn't seem interesting to me. That's just me. Hello, good evening from the Philippines. Hello. I want to go back to your country. Philippines was pretty cool. All of you should go to the Philippines. It's a cool country. Tell your people, your government, that they need to reduce the cost of the visa. Yeah. That was the big reason that I didn't stay for very long, because it was going to cost $650 for 6 months for a little piece of paper. That was crazy. So, nope. Once those prices go down and the visa becomes better, longer, cheaper, I will happily come back and travel deep, deep, deep in your country. Oh my God, that was such a fun place. And I travel so much deeper and film so much differently, so much more different than I did before. My videos in the Philippines were awful when I look back at them, just terrible. Just, I don't know, filming quality was terrible, and the style of information that I present to people is totally different now than it was in the Philippines. I'm surprised anybody even watched those videos in the Philippines, but they did. And yeah, I want to go back, and I want to travel to, oh my God, I want to travel to more places in the Philippines. Yeah, such a cool country. But I also want to go to Indonesia. I heard Indonesia is very similar to the Philippines. Oh my God, my screen keeps going down. Ooh. How's that? Yeah, so I want to go back. I missed the start. Where about in Albania are you now? I won't say this name of the city because I plan on being here for a very long time, but I am in the southern part of the country. But it's still pretty cold. I'm at a higher elevation. I'm surrounded by mountains, and in the winter it snows a lot here. So I'll probably won't be in this city for 6 months. I'll be in Albania for 6 months, but probably not this city because it'll be a bit cold, and I'm not a big fan of the cold. I have a heater next to me right now because it's still a little bit chilly. It's heating up my feet. How's the food? Amazing. The food is clean, easy to find, close to the United States. I don't know. Everything about the food, I'm in love. I'm in love with the food. I love it. So I'm very happy with the food here. In my opinion, meditation is not the best use of time. Well, yeah, for me, definitely not. No. If someone has stress or has another reason, cool, go for it. Some people meditate for like an hour a day or 2 hours a day if they're like Kundalini or something. That's his name. But for me, if I don't have stress, I mean, I'm generally 99, 98% happy as hell. I mean, I'm traveling the world, living my dreams. Like, it's kind of hard to be stressed. When someone steals your credit card and money, it's a little bit stressful, yes. But even that, my level of happiness is so high that it gets you down a little bit. But I mean, you just cancel them, call them, and cancel it and move on, get a new one. And yeah, it costs, I lost a couple $100 in the process, but I'm still traveling the world and living my dreams. So what the hell? I don't know. It is what it is. Great, have been there 2 times. Lovely country. I'm assuming we're still talking about the Philippines. Yes, it's an amazing country. You've inspired me to potentially quit my job soon and travel. Well, do that. Awesome. Kind of. Just make sure you have enough cash in your account. If you literally are quitting your job, I would probably not even consider leaving home without less than 10,000 cash in your bank account. Literally, if you don't have more than that, I would reconsider. But as long as you have about 10K minimum, you should be okay. That covers your travels. That covers hidden expenses that you weren't aware of. That covers a lot. So that covers the beginner traveling when you're not sure how to save a lot of money. So if you're serious about traveling, the resource is solotravel365.com. If you go there and type in like keywords like save money at the top or something like that, you'll see some of these articles, and I'll show you ways that you can make that 10K last so long. So do that. But when and where did your wallet get stolen? The very first couple of hours that I arrived in Albania, at the airport, while I was on the bench next to the exit, and fell asleep for 1 hour while I was bear hugging my bag. Well, someone unzipped the little pocket, sat next to me and unzipped it and took out that folder. And I know that was the exact location because my eyes are on my bag 24/7. Nobody's even around me the whole 24 hours. that I had my bag next to me. I'm always alone and awake. The only time was at that moment. So, yeah. Any video on that? Nope, I haven't made a video. 2 videos from now on YouTube, I will talk a little bit about it, but just briefly. I haven't made an actual video about it. Maybe I could. Yeah, that's maybe I'll make another video specifically saying I got robbed in Albania. That's an idea. Who knows? And I'll describe exactly what happened. V gets yes for sure. You will love the Philippines. Maybe you're talking to someone else. What an unfortunate start. Yeah, totally. My first 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4. My first 2 hours in the country, I got robbed. So that's awesome. The airport might have camera surveillance. Totally. Totally. I could. You're correct, but that does nothing for me. Basically, I call the credit card companies, I cancel them, plus all of the charges that they made, which was more than $1,000. They all, they cut that out of my account. I don't pay. They remove that from my account. I don't have to pay for this other person's spending spree. So I didn't lose money. So the only thing I have to do is get my cards shipped to this country. I have one being speed shipped here. So I have to pay for the cards to come. So that's a thing. But other than that, yeah, I could have called the police and did this whole thing, but that's just a waste of my time. I just look at it as time. Okay, so then I got to call, then I got to make a report, then the language barrier, then finally they do this investigation. All for what purpose? What does it do for me? I still didn't lose money, and I still have to pay for my cards to come here. So the end result is nothing will. The only end result is I waste tons of time by dealing with the local police. No, thank you. My time is valuable. The only positive would be holding someone accountable for their actions, meaning they find them and they arrest him and he goes to jail or penalize him. Yeah, that's a good thing, because those people should not be allowed to walk free. They should be sitting in a jail cell. They should get penalized for what they did. But on the other hand, in order to make that happen, it's going to be hours and hours and days and maybe weeks of my time, and it's just not worth it for me. So that's why. If you have travel insurance, that should cover. Yeah, but the amount that I would pay for travel insurance would be higher than the cost of having the cards shipped here. So just pay the cards. Yeah, the cards, like one, I'll figure out soon, but one card should be shipped for free. That's good. I basically told them my situation. They're like, oh, we're going to ship that to you. That was Visa. And then another card, I won't say the name, but I had to pay $20 US to have it shipped here. I tried to have that shipped actually to me in India, but it wouldn't. So anyway, now that I'm in Albania, they said, yeah. So it should come here in the next week. Yeah, so anyway. Nice to see. Oh, still, you guys are talking to each other over there. The temperature here. Hold on. I want to make sure I didn't miss something up. I'm typing crap now. How do I do this? Oh, I'm waving at people. Hello. It's almost 90 degrees here in the hometown. That's cool. 90 degrees. Wow, it's warmer there than it is here. Just when I arrived here for 2 days, even in this village that I'm in now, it was in Fahrenheit, maybe 60 during the day. It was cold. I'm wearing a sweater and my coat, and I couldn't feel my hands. And then they said, in 2 days it'll warm up. I'm like, okay, well, sure enough, 2 days later, the sun came out, and even today it was nice. I walked around with a t-shirt. I could have worn shorts if I owned shorts. I don't, so I should. Maybe I should buy some shorts. But yeah, nights are cool. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice weather to be in, for sure. But if you're in the shade, it is a little bit chilly. In the sun, it's nice. But the temperature should only increase. They're just entering summer. They're just getting out of spring. So Come July and August, it will be apparently very hot here, and I'm looking forward to that. Yeah. Hello, hello. Hello, everybody. Do you think you get used to hot weather? I love hot weather. Hot weather is my favorite. In fact, when I was living in the United States, for 22 years, I lived in Michigan. Very cold in the winter. It's a blizzard and cold, and I hated it. So I left Michigan and moved to Arizona. I lived in Arizona for 5 years, Phoenix, Arizona, the hottest city in the United States. Love it. I loved it there. So very hot and dry. And in India, it was hot. It wasn't that hot, but it was hot. And unfortunately, I had no AC, and the fan was on high. Even with the fan on high at night, it was still so the sun would heat up the building, the bricks on the building, and the bricks would get very hot. And then at night, it was cool outside, but the bricks would push all of this hot air. It would release the hot air all night long in there. So it was like an oven in my room, an oven, literally. And I would sweat. You just pour sweat. You couldn't, even though the fan is going, it didn't matter. You would still sweat to death. So that's fun. What else? Yeah, so I did not like that. That got old. That got really frustrating. Yeah. Yep. How long do you plan on staying in Albania? 6 months. I'll be here for about 6 months minimum, maybe more. Minimum 6 months, but yeah, maybe more. Who knows? Not sure. There's a lot of cool places that I could go. I have a lot of projects that I need to work on. So to be honest, I'm not going to travel a whole lot in Albania yet. For the first 6 months, I have some things that I have to work on. So it will require that I stay here on the internet, focus my attention on these things. Then maybe after 6 months or so, I'll get this wild excitement and decide to start traveling all throughout Albania. I have no idea. So that's my preliminary plans, I guess. Hello. Where did you find the place you are staying at? Airbnb. Yeah, there was a couple different places. There's many hotels that you can find online. There's Airbnbs. There are hostels. I usually use Hostel World as the company that I use. Yeah, there's so many listings here. I used a website for this particular place, and then it's not the cheapest thing in the world in terms of the local, compared to the local price, what locals pay for the same room. I'm definitely being charged a lot more, but that's okay for the first month. I was hoping that I would meet local people and say, hey, how do I rent a local room without using a website? And then things will be much cheaper. I don't know. I haven't met anyone yet because nobody really talks to me like they do in Southeast Asia because I look so similar. Everybody just thinks I'm a local. The room I'm staying in right now is $300 US per month, a little more, something like that. I'll make a video about it in a couple of days, maybe within a week. You'll see it on YouTube. Do you have AC in your room? No, I don't need it. It's cool. I definitely don't. In fact, my heater next to me is going right now. It's glowing red on my feet because my feet are cold, and even right now, my right foot is cold, my left foot is close, and it's warm. I would bring it closer, but I'm afraid it would start to melt the couch. The couch is hot. Yeah. Yeah, so I definitely don't need AC, and there's no fan. So if it did get hot in the summer, like next month, I don't know what will happen. I could leave my window open. I haven't had problems with any bugs or mosquitoes yet, which is amazing. In India, it was just, you'd see 35, 45 new mosquitoes every night. Yeah, that was frustrating. I slept in my mosquito net, but the problem was if I roll over and my arm touches the net, I would wake up with like, you guys seen the photos on Instagram, like 50 dots all over my arm. I'm like, oh my God, definitely increases my chance of getting like some weird disease like malaria. But here, no problems. No problems. But Asian countries have various weather conditions. Yes, they do. When I was in Thailand, it was hot, hot, hot. Yes, very hot in Thailand. But I would say the hottest place I have been so far was India. Different places in India. I would say like Rajasthan and Gujarat, India. Oh my God, hot, hot. But it was hot and dry, so that was nice. It was hot and dry. But here in southern India, hot is like super hot. It wasn't as hot as northern India, but the humidity was so high that it felt hotter and you just couldn't stop sweating. You sweat the same amount in the north and in the south, but it evaporates so quickly off your skin in the north that you don't really notice it. But in the south, it doesn't evaporate. It just stays on your body and it drips your whole body. You have t-shirts that you need to change your shirt after a couple hours because it's just pouring sweat. You just can't stop. So southern India, in certain areas, it's very difficult. It's a lot of sweating. Do you plan to go to Greece? No. Maybe sometime in the future, yeah. I have no plans to go to Greece yet. I have no idea when. Again, it depends on what countries are open, what countries open up first, how long I can get a visa, how much it costs to be a tourist. It depends on many factors. So I don't know. But I have no official plans. It might be worth crossing the border to Kosovo, worth a visit. Not sure about travel restrictions. I liked it. Okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah. I haven't even started looking into another country. It's not even on my list of things to do. Yeah, I'm just waiting for 5 months, maybe 5 months to pass, reevaluate my situation here, if I want to stay, if I want to leave, what the world is like right now. Are countries open? Can you travel without restrictions? And then plus the rest of the stuff, like how much does it cost and visas and blah, 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 blah. So a lot of factors. Yeah, but yeah, I'm open. I'm open to going to different places, totally. I don't know anything about Kosovo other than there was a battle or a war not too long ago within my lifetime. So that's interesting, I think. How long can you get a visa for in Albania? If you are an American citizen, you can get a free visa on arrival for 1 year. But if you're from other countries, my guess is that's not the case. Maybe a month or 2 or 3, and you'll probably have to pay something for it, maybe. I don't know. But I'm fortunate to be an American in this particular situation. 6 seasons in Bangladesh, huh? Wow, that's interesting. Depends on your passport. Yep, totally. Everyone, I mean, there's countries that, I don't know where you're from. Gerard, that sounds English enough. Maybe you're from the States or the United States, Canada, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, countries that an American can go to like this for free for a long time. Other people who try to come from different countries, they may have to pay money, they may have to pay a lot of money, and they maybe only get a short visa. But other countries, they can go to for little or no money for a long time, and then Americans have to pay a lot of money. Like, for example, Seattle, so you're an American, so you'll be able to come here for a year. You just buy a plane ticket and arrive, and you don't need any documents. You just come. But if you want to go to places, third world countries, like who was just talking to Bangladesh, for example. If you get the visa before you go, it's 165 or 170 US dollars for 30 days. 30 days. But other people from other countries, for an American citizen, but other people from so many other countries, they pay anywhere between 5 US dollars and $30, something like that. That seems to be the normal price for 30 days. But Americans, oh, you pay a lot. So every country is different depending on which passport you're holding. Yeah, everything is different. Yeah. Oh my God. I've been mumbling for more than an hour. I'm surprised the live stream hasn't stopped. It usually gives me 1 hour, then it just disconnects automatically. So maybe it's an hour and a half. I don't know. I thought it was an hour. No idea. So right now in my area, it is 6:30 p.m. 6:30 p.m. Yeah, that's what it is here. I don't know what else to say, other than everybody needs to buy a hat. You guys need one of these. I got this when I was in India. I had it finally shipped. Shipped to India. It took forever because of the pandemic. Oh my God. Yes, Brock, we experience 6 seasons in a calendar year. Stay 1 year, you'll know. That's amazing. Yeah, I definitely want to go back. You have so many places that look so beautiful that I have not visited that I would definitely love to visit. Yeah. How is my overall health? Good. I'm alive. Yeah, I'm good. I still got a heartbeat, so everything is good. Did you arrive today? No, I arrived on the 28th, the morning of the 28th, I think. 28th or the 29th, I have no idea. I had to go through time changes, time zones, and I don't know, but I think it was the morning of the 28th. Maybe it was the morning of the 29th, I'm not sure. Vietnam? Vietnam what? What are you talking about? I have no idea. Vietnam, I heard that they made visa changes. When I went there 3 years ago, I could get a 3-month visa, and it was about $50. That was the total. You had to get the approval letter and a visa. Total was about 50, 55, something like that, US dollars every 30 days, every 3 months. But I heard that they made changes about a year ago, and the changes are good. So maybe I can get longer. I don't know. I think someone told me this, and I think I can get a visa for 6 months or something like that for like 200 or something. I want to say that's it, but I don't know. Vietnam planning to visit. Again, whatever country opens up without restrictions, that's probably going to get my business. That's probably what's going to happen. I would love for it to be a Vietnam or Bangladesh, more so Vietnam, because I can stay there longer. Bangladesh, the only problem with Bangladesh was I only got a 30-day visa. When I crossed the border, I said, how long can I stay? He says, a 30-day visa. I said, oh, okay. If they would have given me a visa for 6 months, I would have stayed in Bangladesh for 6 months. I know it's possible, but I think I have to get a business visa, and those are more expensive. It's something like that. I don't know. I have to figure this whole thing out. But yeah, basically the first country who is going to get my business is going to be the country that opens up without restrictions, like Albania. They say, yeah, just come. You don't have to take all these tests and wear all these masks and stay quarantined and live life like a robot. Yeah, if they just open up, then cool, let's go. Isn't Bangladesh similar to India? Yeah, Bangladesh is similar to northern India from my perspective. There were a few different things that I noticed that were different. But generally, yeah, it's very similar to me. Very similar. Oh, someone wrote a lot. Take a trip around Russia. Russia is not really on my list right now. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I heard it was really, I don't know. I talked to a couple of local people in Russia, and I asked them, what is it like to rent a room like this? And they said, for an American, they said, it'd be almost impossible. It's very, very difficult. So much paperwork, and because everyone's going to think that you are coming to Russia as a spy or something like that. That's what local people told me, multiple local people. So unfortunately, yeah, it'll be a bit difficult to go to Russia and film. And I don't know. I don't know. I'm nervous about getting there and it being difficult, but who knows? But if I stay with a local person, then it should be no problem. Isn't Bangladesh? Yes. Or I discovered your channel a few years ago when I was planning a trip to Cambodia and ran into one of your videos where you were talking about costs, etc. I'm really glad that you're still traveling. Yes, thank you. I'm glad that helped. I got a lot of grief on that video, by the way. And every time I make a video that shares facts about a country, pricing, culture, whatever, I get a lot of grief. Just go through some of the comments and you'll see that people get angry at me. They just can't handle truth, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. What do I do? But I still make those videos. I still post facts. I don't know, beliefs, facts, and whatever people say. They can have their own opinion, I guess. But what about China? Have you been to China? Yes. Oh my God, you must be new to this channel. In the description below this video and every other video, be sure to scroll to the bottom and see all of the playlists in the description. And one of them is China. And click that and you'll see tons of videos about China. What about China? I know, right? China, no, I have no plans on going to China anytime soon, mainly because they changed a lot of their laws in their country that make me nervous, make me very nervous to go back. I loved it. It was beautiful and the people were friendly, but some of the laws that they changed just make me a bit hesitant to go back. Yeah. People get grief when they speak the truth. I know. It's just frustrating because I have to, every time my phone goes ding, I look at it and it's someone screaming at me in text saying, I can't believe you said this about my country, but sorry, these are the facts. I mean, if I was lying and if I was spreading misinformation, totally, I would expect it. And I encourage people to write comments that speak their mind and say, hey, you're wrong. This is not correct information. Totally. But when I'm just telling facts, then how can you get angry? You might be disappointed and say, yeah, my country is this way, or this happens in my country. I understand it's not good, but it happens. But you can't get angry at me for speaking truth. I don't know, but they do. They get very angry. Yeah, I've had so many crazy comments. What about China? Have you been to, oh yeah, you already said that. How was your experience? It was great. You should check out that series. How do you stay in shape without going to the gym? I am a very, very firm believer that the foods that you put in your mouth dictate 90% of your health, 95% of your health. The other 5% is exercise and moving your body. That's it. I mean, people will eat garbage food, tons of carbohydrates and all of these crap foods, and then they go exercise. I'm thinking, like, what the hell? Like, that doesn't even make sense. Exercise just contracts your muscles and keeps them in shape, and it does a couple other things as well. But generally, exercise no, it's food, it's nutrition. It's all about what you, within the human body. Oh my God, you're going to open up a can of worms that you don't even want to go down this path with me. I spent more time studying health and nutrition than almost any other topic in the world. So, and that's a lot. So the food that you put in your mouth or don't put in your mouth dictate your health. I would say 90 to 95% of your health is strictly that. The other things are a little bit of exercise. Yeah, that's good. But contaminants like the air that you breathe, the toxins that are in your environment, stuff like that. But generally, eat better food and you'll lose weight or gain weight if you need to gain weight. You'll build muscle mass if you need to or want to. Food is the most important. How you rented this room, good experience, price ranges you found. You just joined. Yeah, so I'll talk more about this in an upcoming video on my YouTube channel. Give me like 5 or 6 days and it will be there because I need to release one more video before I do that. Maybe it'll be like 7 days for sure, 7 or 8 days, and you'll have that answer. I'll give you more, but I'm currently paying $300 US for this room per month. Which is high for this area. I guess that's what I'm learning. Yeah, it's a nice place. Raw fruits and vegetables is the most healthy food. Yes, very good. Raw foods, like raw fruits, raw vegetables, nuts, seeds, legumes, stuff like that. Raw. Don't cook as much as possible. Yeah. Most of chronic diseases are because of our bad diet. Yes, very good. Not eating the right food. Yes, and eating the wrong food. So, for example, I could have this tea and I could use water, but if the water is not perfectly clean and it has contaminants, I drink it, it tastes fine, but there are heavy metals or there's like lead in it or chlorine or fluoride. If there's things in there that I don't taste or even do, but let's say don't, and I'm drinking it, over a weekly, a monthly, a yearly basis, huge problems can start to happen to the body just from that one ingredient. Too much, it's poisonous, it's toxic. But our government labels it as, oh yeah, put it in there. It helps with killing bacteria. Yeah, but it does. It's very true. But the other side of the story that they don't want you to know is it has massive health effects in the body. So I don't want to turn this into a health channel. Oh my God. But yes, diet is the most important, 100%. How is the food in Albania after India? I'm in love. I'm in love with it. If I want to get a sandwich, I can. If I want to buy a pizza, I can. Pizza is not the healthiest thing, but oh, it tastes good. If I want to have access to like salami or meat or like hard meat that I can just keep in my refrigerator and bite it, oh my God, I can. So yeah, I've been eating meat every day since I came here, every single day. It's amazing. For those of you who don't know, I was in India for 1.5 years, and there I counted, there were 5 times in 1.5 years that I had a piece of meat in my meal. I'm not kidding. Sometimes I'm even saying like I had rice, and in that rice was like 2 little pieces of chicken. So I count that as eating meat, like pieces, not like legs, no, like piece. But there were other times where I had, a couple bites of chicken. So 5 times total in 1.5 years in India, I ate meat. So here, now I'm eating meat every day and I'm loving it. It's usually a small piece, but it's some form of meat and I just love it. Yeah, I basically just about went vegan for 1 year. Yes, it's just in the culture, more so in the north, but in the culture of India, many people are vegetarian. It's just how they are. And so you have to find restaurants that serve meat also. And instead of finding or going far to find these places, I'm just like, nope, I'm just going to eat at a vegetarian place because it's so close. So it was fine. Yep. Hello, hope you're doing good. Yes, thank you. I am. I'm doing much better here. Tajikistan, Turkmenistan. That's a place. I've never heard of that one. I've heard of Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, Azerbaijan. I don't know if you mistyped these or they're legitimate countries. I don't know, but nope, I don't know of those two. They're not on my list. See, I'm like partially meditating. They're not on my list yet, but again, like I have no official list. It's basically, I don't even know how I describe this. So money is at the root core of how I choose where to go next. Unfortunately, I don't have unlimited money. And so I have to be very cautious about how I spend it to make it last as long as possible. Wow, let's put that hat back on. That looks pretty scary. So I have to be very cautious. So one of the things that I do is I search for countries that are generally cheaper. India is a great country. This country in Europe is pretty cheap, but it's significantly more expensive than India. So it's within my budget, but it's on the higher end of my budget. Like I would never go to Japan. I would never go to like South Korea. I don't think I would never go to, there's many places I would just never go. I would love to, but I'm just too poor. So I have to budget. So one of the ways that I determine a country is it cheap? And if it is, then I see what the cost is for me to go there. Basically, I'll go on a million different websites and find tickets to go to that country. And if it's cheap enough, I'll think, okay. Then I also look at visas, because you could have a super cheap country, super cheap flight, but oh my God, like Philippines is a wonderful example. I could get there super cheap. Its cost of living is super cheap, but the visa, again, I'm paying more than $100 a month just for a visa, just for a piece of paper. Like that's insane. So 6 months, $600. So instantly I think, no, I love it, but I'm not staying, unfortunately. So that's how I determine these things. So these countries, I don't know where they are, what they are. Oh, and then the next one is culture. If generally anything with a stam at the end of its name, the culture is going to be totally different from the United States. So therefore, yeah, I want to go. But money, it's just money. I try to travel as cheap as possible. That's legitimately the core of how I make decisions, unfortunately. How many times have you got foodborne illness? I had the worst case when you visited New Delhi. Foodborne illness. I got one in Cambodia that lasted 3 days. That was a bad one. That was probably one of the worst. Once while in India, I was in Varanasi, but okay, so if you want to have an uncomfortable conversation, there's two categories, I should say. Foodborne illness, meaning huge stomach pain and you feel like you're going to die. Then yeah, once in India as well. But if you're just talking about like you eat some bad food and yeah, you have like diarrhea for the afternoon, then yeah, that's happened multiple occasions in multiple countries. That just, whew, here we go. And I would say India was number one for that. Yep. But in terms of like legitimate foodborne illness, once in Cambodia, once in India, yeah, then none. I don't think if there was in Bangladesh, I can't remember. Nope, none in Bangladesh. But definitely it would have been possible. It's very similar to India. And then once in Vietnam, that was yeah. So just a few times. Over here, did you like Cambodian food? No. There wasn't anything unique about Cambodian food from my perspective, I guess. I remember something called lak lak, something lak lak, beef lak lak, or lak, I don't know my Cambodian, but it was something like that. And that was my favorite. It was like rice, a little bit of meat, like a cucumber, and some special sauce or something like that. Egg, maybe? I don't know. That was my favorite out of all the things I tried in Cambodia. If you are in Cambodia and you order Chinese food, or if you order American food, or if you order food from food from outside of that country, it was the worst shit I've ever put in my mouth. Like I wanted to vomit after I ate the pizza multiple times in Cambodia. I thought, oh, it's just one restaurant. Nope. You go to another one and you try it. It was just awful. I had pasta. Oh my God. I thought I was going to die. I tried Chinese food. Oh my God. It was just so terrible. But I tried the Cambodian food. My favorite, I tried many, and my favorite was lak lak. And all of the Cambodian food was good, I guess. It was good. It was edible. I wouldn't say it was amazing. Not like the food in this country. I like it so much. And a lot of the foods that I had in northern India. Southern India, the foods were just their food. But northern India, they had better. They used better spices, I think. I don't want to say better. They used, I don't know. It was different in the north. So I like northern Indian food better. But I love the food here right now. I'm in love. Maybe it's just because I was in India for so long and I needed to change. I don't know, but I'm so happy that I'm eating the food here. I think Kenya and Nigeria would be nice. Yeah, I want to go. Some of those Kenya. I think in Kenya, Nigeria, I don't know. Some of those places in Africa, they don't wear a lot of clothing. So if I'm filming, if I'm vlogging, and they're like running around with not wearing anything, I have to figure out this whole thing on YouTube. Like do I have to censor everything? Because if I do, that would increase the time of workflow by like a massive amount. I would have to spend so much time censoring all this crap. Or are they open to that? Because it's not really like considered pornography or something like that. It's just culture. So would they allow that? Or would I get some type of strike on my channel that would affect things? I don't know. So if I stick to the cities, I think I'm okay. But if I go to the villages, I think it might be a little weird for sharing this on YouTube. I don't know. I don't know how that works. So I'd have to look into that. You are dreaming now. Yeah, I totally agree. I don't know what you're agreeing about, but cool. Glad we agree. Beef lak lak. Yeah, okay. You must be from Cambodia. You totally agree. Good. I know one YouTuber who didn't censor the tribal women. Yeah. I have come across videos on YouTube that have been censored. You have to log in, prove that you're 18, which, okay. And then other videos, you don't have to log in. You don't have to prove that you're 18. But I'm nervous because there's probably a fine line between what they consider tribal people nudity versus like explicit content. Like who draws the line? And I'm scared that it will be misinterpreted somehow if they're in my video. And somehow I'll get penalized on my channel. I hope, I don't want any type of penalization, because that would, I spent 5 years building this channel, and just watch it disappear would just be awful. So anyway, I just want to share truth, whatever it is. However it happens, it happens. That's kind of how I want to. I mean, I'm not going to go there filming naked people running around. That's kind of weird. I'm sure some people do that, but for me, it would just be, I'm there, and whatever happens, happens, and I would like to share that. But if I did share that, am I going to get penalized for it? I don't know. I have to look into all this, but that's so far away. I have zero plans to go to Africa anytime soon, so I don't have to worry about this. I don't know. And how about Vietnamese food? Vietnamese food, I don't know. Vietnamese had rice, Vietnamese had meat, Vietnamese had food, but Vietnamese food, the only thing that comes to mind in terms of specific, something unique to Vietnam, was called pho, and it's just PHO, but it's O, the O that drops down, and you have to pronounce it because if you say pho, it means something else, I forget, but pho, so weird. It's a bowl of soup with noodles and vegetables and meat, and oh my God, I could eat that for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It was really good. So yeah, that was the only thing that was interesting for me in Vietnam. But Vietnam did have my favorite food I've ever had in my entire life. It was a dessert. I ate it for breakfast. Weird. It's like I don't know, but it was sticky rice, purple. The color was usually purple, but sometimes white. Purple sticky rice. That was really sticky. And then she put it in like a waffle, like this very, very thin pancake waffle, super thin. So she'd take this waffle thing and put sticky rice inside, sprinkle tons of shavings of coconut, fresh coconut, and then a pinch of the perfect ratio of salt and sugar, more sugar than salt, but this perfect ratio on top. And then you serve it and you eat it. Oh my God, I could have like 25 of those every day of my life, and I would never get bored of it. Oh, it was so good. So I would definitely go back and make a video about that for sure. Senegal is another cool place to visit. I spent a few weeks there. Relatively cheap food, Wi-Fi, rich in culture, lots to see. St. Louis, my favorite city there. St. Louis, Senegal. I don't even know Senegal. That must be Africa, I think. In St. Louis, sounds like Missouri, but maybe there too. I don't know. French influence on their food. Okay, very good. Awesome. Did you try a Vietnamese sandwich? Oh, yeah. They have, banh mi, banh mi. It just translates as sandwich or bread sandwich. That's the direct translation, if I have that correct. Sandwich. Someone said something, I missed it. Nope. Okay. What do you do when you get homesick? My solution is don't get homesick. That's my solution. I don't. I've never been homesick. Not even once, I don't think. The only time I've gotten a little homesick is when you have like a death in the family. Those are never fun, and you would much prefer being home than here. That's a thing that's happened on several occasions. But yeah. But as a general rule of thumb, no. My desire to be in another country is so strong, and my excitement when I'm in my own country is so little. Like, oh, my hand. It's just, there's no comparison. I have zero interest to be in the United States. To me, it's just so boring. So I never get homesick. Never. It's so much fun to travel the world. It is just a freaking blast. So yeah, if any of you have an extra $1 million that you just want to, I don't know, give me, I will put it in my bank account, and I will spend it very, very, very slowly for the rest of my life, and then I'll just travel everywhere. That would be awesome. Doubt it will happen, but that would be cool. You know what's crazy? If like someone actually did that, it won't. But let's just say someone did. Someone said, here's $1 million, or here's like $100,000 cash. Do you know what would change with my travels? Nothing. Like I would still travel the same way. I would still go to the same type of places. I would still go to the same type of cheap hotels. I would still everything would be like the same. The only thing that might change is I would take some of that money and I would hire a videographer to follow me in each country. I would just say, oh, okay, here's whatever payment per day, and you just follow me and film me. Maybe even two. I would buy a couple cameras, a couple new lenses, and let the local people follow me with cameras, so I could just talk to you like this and walk around and be filmed, and then I would edit it. I might even hire an editor, and then I would just go everywhere. Everything would be the same. The only thing that would be different would be people film me and people edit for me. And then every time I wanted to go outside and film, I would just snap my fingers and people would follow me, and here we go, make an adventure. That would be the only thing that changed. My traveling style would not change. My traveling locations would not change. I would still try to be cheap and stay in cheap hotels to save money, to make that 100,000 or make that million last long. Like, I'm not even kidding. That's how I think. I'm so weird. I don't know why you guys follow me. Okay, last couple questions that I'm going to go. I'm getting, like, my stomach is like growling. There's like a lion inside. I'm hungry. Been to a pharmacy in Albania compared to the United States? How I see pharmacies everywhere. I have not been inside. The only time I would go to a pharmacy is if I want some type of vitamin or mineral. So I bought many of them, and I have them in a bag here from India before I left. I ran out of multivitamins. I take like one every 2 days. I usually don't take a multivitamin every day, but I have other vitamins. So I might go to the shop and see if they have multivitamins. It might be like Western pharmacies where it's strictly drugs and medicines, and vitamins don't exist, something like that. But if it's like India, it's like 50-50. They have drugs, and I say drugs, they have like medications, and they have pretty much every vitamin that you could ever imagine, almost. And so that's what I loved about India, is everything was available. But here, I have no idea. It looks more organized here, but I don't know. It might just be medications. I have no idea. What do you think is next after 6 months? Oh my God. You're like the third or fourth person who asked me that. I don't know. It depends on what country opens up first. Why is USA boring? People don't talk to each other. Oh, why USA boring? I think you're making a statement. I don't know if that's a question or a statement, but yeah, USA to me, for me, USA is boring because I lived there for 27 years, and I understand everything about it. I understand how people think, why they do the actions that they do. I fully understand the culture inside and out, frontwards and backwards. And so now that I understand it, it's so boring. I love going to new places because I don't understand it. India is just completely opposite of the United States in so many ways. And it was so interesting to see behavior, so interesting to see how people behaved in certain scenarios and learn why they think what they think. And it's just so backwards and so different. And it's inside out. So I loved it. I loved the differences. And so that's why I like traveling to different countries, because it's so different. I like your channel. Keep it. Isn't it boring? People are mostly friendly. But yeah, people are friendly. Generally, people won't talk to you. Like if you were an Indian walking around the United States, just walking, and people would think that you're an American. They would just assume that, he's an American, because we have every single culture everywhere, everyone. It's just a mixed culture, mixed race. I guess everybody looks different: black, white, purple, pink, everyone in between. So they would just assume that you're an American. If you started talking on the phone and people said, he definitely has the Indian accent, he's from India, whatever, people would still not go up to talk to you. They wouldn't even have an interest. It's just like, okay, he's from India. Maybe he's here on vacation. Maybe he just moved here. Maybe, no idea. It's not really my business. And so they would never go up to you and start asking you questions, mainly because they're just not curious. It's whatever. And the other part would be that they don't want to invade your privacy. Like they don't want to go up to you and bother you. Yeah, it's take your time and interrupt you. It would just be bothersome. So we just kind of let you be alone. That's kind of how the Americans generally think. But obviously, if I'm in India, it's a totally different thing. So yeah, that's what it would be like if you were there. I like your channel. Keep it up. I have a very similar mindset regarding traveling. I hope you do this. I hope to do the same in 3 to 5 years. Amazing. I hope you also do the same in 3 to 5 years. Go for it. You are Cambodian American, by the way. That's cool. I'm jealous. I'm jealous of those people who have to, I don't know what you would call it. For example, you probably look, I'm guessing, your body, your blood, your DNA is probably Cambodian. You were probably born in the United States or lived there for a long time, and maybe now you've gone back to Cambodia, or you have the possibility to go to Cambodia, and you speak the language. I'm so jealous of that scenario. For example, my blood is German and Dutch. I wish I could speak Dutch. I would go there and just learn the culture by speaking to people. I wish I could speak German, and then I would go to Germany and learn the culture and speak to people. But I only speak English, really, even though I'm German, right? So I'm jealous of those who are born and raised in the United States. They can speak their mother tongue from their parents, and then they go back to their country. I don't know your scenario, but that's the coolest thing ever. I'm so jealous because you can like dive into this whole new world of culture. It'd be just so freaking cool. I'm so jealous of that. I want that so bad. So I've spent a lot of time learning Hindi because I want to go back to the north and really learn more to dive into the culture a little bit. But that's, who knows how many, by the time I get back there, I'll probably forget everything. Oh, I hope not. Okay, a couple more questions that I really literally have to go. My stomach is like eating itself. North Macedonia is near. Yeah, I'm actually near that. This is a beautiful town on Lake Orchid with a nice pedestrian zone. Cool. Who knows? I might go to North Macedonia. No idea. I just have no idea. Yes and yes. I guessed you right. Irish American, but never been to the homeland. That's cool. You probably don't speak Irish either. Not many people speak Irish. I think it's a dying language. I think that's what I've read. Yeah. Kind of like Scottish. Most people just speak English, but even though you're really difficult to understand. I remember the craziest moment. I was in Scotland traveling, and well, not really traveling. It was from the cruise ship, and I got off and listening to people. I just dive in. I just get away from the ship and just blend in and just listen. And there was two men talking to each other, and I'm just listening and listening and listening because I'm trying to ask one of them a question, but they're just talking. They won't stop. I'm like, oh my God. So I had no idea what it sounded like to speak Scottish, but I'm listening. And then I heard one English word within that. I'm like, oh, they just said an English word. I forget which word. And then I'm like, oh my God. They're speaking English. This whole time, it wasn't Scottish they were speaking. It was English, but their English was so messed up that I couldn't even understand. Like their grammar was not backwards, but so different. They were using euphemisms that didn't even make sense to me. And the accent was so different and so strong that I couldn't even identify that it was English for like a minute. And then I realized that it was. I'm like, holy crap. But even after I realized it was so difficult for me to understand them. But I don't know. Ireland, it was a bit difficult to understand them as well. But not like Scotland. Do you read a lot, Brock? No. That is my least favorite thing to do in the world is read. I know, I'm crazy. What if you ever go to Holland? If you ever go to Holland, contact me. Rusty and Dutch, so I'm guessing you're Dutch. Contact me. I grew up there till I was about 21. I can give you travel tips and cool places to go. Yeah, thank you. The best thing I can tell everyone listening to me is follow me on Instagram. If you follow me there, and you'll see that I will make announcements of where I'm going next. And if I'm going to your country, please send me a message. And then we can try to coordinate, at least, if anything, meeting up for, if you want to give me all your tips, that's wonderful. And if you want to meet up for coffee or a beer or something, definitely we can do that. I did that. You don't see that on YouTube or even really Instagram much, but I've met up with many people who followed me on YouTube or Instagram. Not Facebook, YouTube or Instagram. People who followed me, they coordinated. I was in their area, and so I would go out of my way to meet them. So it's been kind of fun, but I don't think I've included that on social media, but it's happened. Last couple questions. I said that like 10 times, but for real now. Yes, it was killed out. Oh my God. Yes, it was killed out the English starting from the Middle Ages. Holy crap, I don't know what language you're speaking. Yes, it was killed out the English starting from the Middle Ages. I think you just mistyped, but it was killed out by the English starting from the Middle. Okay, I get it. Funny Scottish story. Okay, I am near Yanamalai. Ah, Yanamalai. Yeah, I climbed that. You've probably seen my YouTube video in Yanamalai. That was a cool little mountain in near Madurai, Tamil Nadu. Anyway. Oh my God. There's a lot of background noise from the heat. The heater? Ah, no, it's my fan. Ah, you guys don't hear it, but the fan on my I'll show you. It's hot. My computer is hot, and the fan is right here. Zzz, and then I put the camera right here as a place. I could put it over here. You'd still hear it. You probably still hear it. It's just the fan. The heater is totally silent. There's no fan. Sorry. Yeah. I can only put one microphone and I use it for the computer. Anyway, but I have to put you, okay, I'll hold you, because if I put you over there, it blocks the text and I can't read what people are saying. Sorry, I meant to say Iris was killed out by English starting in the Middle Ages. Yeah, I know what you meant. Your phone is the Mi 10T. Yes, the 10T Pro 10T. It's a cool phone. Anyway, over here. Quiet now. Yeah, because I took it away from the fan. Anyway, okay, I'm going to go. I'm so hungry. My stomach is like growling, and I've been live for an hour and 40 minutes. That's crazy. That's like the longest ever. I hope you all have a wonderful day, a wonderful night. Stay tuned, because I'm going to post a video soon in the next day and a half, and you will see my last video in India about how people charge you for taking photos of nature, which is kind of weird. So make sure you check that out. And you'll watch me freeze to death on a motorbike. So crazy. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Hope to see you in the next one. In a month, I'll do another live stream. If you're not following me on Instagram, you should, because I do like 2 or 3 live streams a month on Instagram, but only 1 on YouTube. So you guys. Anyway, hope you all have a great day, great night. Thank you all for watching. Remember, your time is running out. Start living. Adios. Take care. Let me end this one first, and then you guys are second.